Rogues, Rebels, and Renegades. Welcome to episode 67 of the Rogue Country podcast. I am Mike West. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before we get down to business, a word from our wonderful sponsor. Today we are brought to you by Pick Print Screen Printing. They're a Liverpool-based family-run hand screen printing company, and I love these guys. They do my t-shirts, they do the Rogue Country t-shirts, they do Josh Bettis' t-shirts. So if you need band merch, workwear, business uniforms, club or sports team wears, or apparel lines, please get in touch with them. They use eco-friendly inks. It's all done by hand, and they're just an incredible company to work with. I love them, and you should go support them. What also needs your support, as always, is live music, and there is none better than what Rogue Country are bringing to UK shores right now. We are so happy to be bringing Jesse Daniel for his first ever UK tour. He's doing London on the 14th of August, Swansea on the 15th of August, and Birkenhead on the 16th of August. London is already sold out. You cannot get tickets for that now. It's game over. Apologies if you didn't. Congratulations if you did. You're going to witness one of the shows that will go down in history. If you want to make sure you continue to see shows that go down in history, you've got two more chances to go to Swansea or Birkenhead and get tickets there. We are also so excited to be bringing Tommy Prine, son of legendary artist John Prine, and his tracks so far, what Tommy's released so far, have been absolutely incredible. He's just done some sold out shows in the UK with Tyler Childers, and on the 30th of August we're bringing him to Birkenhead. It's going to be epic. Get tickets of that, or make sure and see if Tommy is touring in your area. You do not want to miss this guy. We are also doing the Hank 100 shows on September 17th. Now there's a bit of confusion, let me clear this up. It is two shows on the same day. One is in Swansea at the Bunkhouse, one is in Birkenhead at the Swinging Arm. So they're happening at the same time, two different lineups, lots of different artists, lots of different fun. It's going to be epic. You want to go to the Swansea one, we have tickets available. Head over to the Rogue Country link tree. If you want to go to the Birkenhead one, it's free entry. It's an all-day and it's going to be epic. But enough about us. What else is happening on the scene? You do not want to miss the Rustic Stomp Roots Festival from the 14th to the 16th of July. The lineup is incredible. Heathen Apostles, Sarah Vista, Mark J. Lee, Ashley Harding. Don't let this put you off, but Josh Bettis is also playing. It's going to be epic. Go over to their website. You do not want to miss this lineup. If you can't get to that, check out the lineup. Support these artists because it is incredible. What else is happening? Well, not only is Pat Reedy touring throughout May, he's coming back in June as well at What's Cooking in London, the Grove in Leeds, and he is playing with the lovely Chris Dover and Jody Davis in the Underground in Bradford on the 23rd of June. Do not miss that. What else is happening? You guys are spoiled. The Burner Band is opening for Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band in Leeds on the 18th of July. Roseanne Reed, a friend of the podcast who has been on before, we're going to have her again. Her new album, Lawside, is releasing June 2nd. And not only that, she is touring the UK throughout June with the very incredible Steve Earle. That's right, she's playing York, Whitley Bay, Edinburgh, Galway, Birmingham, Buxton, Liverpool, Bristol, London, Belfast, Sligo, and Dublin. Do not miss these. This is incredible what's happening in the country scene right now. And let's talk about something that happened to the UK country scene, something absolutely amazing that happened. Luke Hendrickson came over and played throughout April. We did an incredible 9 shows in 9 days. It's amazing. We did 2 shows in 1 day and we had 1 day off, so that's how we managed to make that up. The reception has been mind-blowing. People were showing up in Rogue Country t-shirts. People were saying they were fans of the podcast. People said they found Luke because of us. That is exactly what we want to be happening in the UK scene, and we cannot thank you enough for listening to this podcast, for coming out to the shows. Tony, if you're listening, thank you so much, man. It is an absolute pleasure to have Luke play for you, and it was amazing to meet you. We cannot believe that these connections get to happen, and it's all because of this music and the people listening to this podcast and supporting our social media pages. It's just absolutely mind-blowing and humbling, and we cannot thank you enough for all of this. So, Luke Hendrickson toured the UK. What was it like, you may ask? Well, that is exactly what this episode is about. We sat down on his last day before he flew home. And yeah, it's a fun talk. It's an honest talk. And I really think you guys are going to dig it. So without further ado, this is episode 67 of the Rogue Country podcast with Mike West and Luke Hendrickson. Well. Yes. first of all, how dare you? No. No, man, it's the fucking end of the toy. Fly back tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone crazily fast, I think. It's flown by for nearly 2 weeks.
It really has.
Yeah.
It's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I forgot to savor it, though,
Yeah.
as much as I could.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute trip. Like I just wrote on your record. It was an absolute smash.
Yeah.
I know you said that you've expressed that as well, because I know it's going to be your last tour for quite some time. And so I know you're pleasantly surprised and happy with it, and as am I. So being my first time here, especially.
Yeah, man. So obviously this has kind of been in the works for nearly 3 years now. What do you think, like, your expectations before coming here, before we'd really sorted out the dates, before we booked the flights? What were you hoping for, or what were you hoping to expect from this?
I try to keep my expectations low with most things I go into. I don't handle disappointment well. I'm hard on myself, but I just wanted to see the country. I wanted to play to a few people who would listen, and I figured there would, because I followed what you've been doing with Rogue and everything, and I knew there would be some people there who know of me because of you, but it turned out to be way more than I ever could have expected, had I tried to expect anything. Ever since I started doing this, it's my goal to play as many places as I can. I love traveling, so get to combine that with music and performing, and connecting with people through stories and songs. That's the main objective with all of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, now that it's over, it's odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy as well, and I don't know if you were the same, but I think after the bar was set so high for Dark Earth Records.
The first show,
the first show, which was like a free entry show, just in a record shop or record store day, and it went so well with people listening and buying merch at the end, and being so interactive. I was like, fuck, this might be the peak.
Yeah, right.
But every show's just been fucking so, not necessarily well attended, but the people who have attended have truly give a shit and truly give a fuck. And listen to things, and it's been beyond what I've seen in the independent scene for a long time.
Well, good. I agree with you. I'm impressed that you were impressed and pleasantly surprised. And I agree with you. Every show had its own sort of charm to it, in its own ways. And you're right, and like I've always said, I'd rather play to two people who give a shit than a packed house who couldn't be bothered, So in that way, absolutely agree with you. Yep.
Yeah. And what, for you, what have been the highlights? Because obviously you got here Thursday last week, you're leaving Wednesday tomorrow, so it's just shy of 14 days. What have been the highlights of the whole thing for you so far?
Sleeping on a cot in your spare room.
Of course, the biggest highlight and biggest honor.
Invading your space.
A cot that's also been, not to name drop, but Josh Bettis has slept on that. So sleeping amongst the champions.
He name dropped himself actually when I mentioned that.
I think Noah may have been on that one. I'm not sure which of the Plothounds took that, but that entire room was just filled with mattresses.
You had what's that game? You had a Tetris in there, just.
I was afraid Catfish was just gonna disappear.
Yeah. What the highlights? The whole damn thing has been a highlight. Everybody's been friendly. I mean, even at good shows, sometimes you have people who are impolite or rude, don't get what you're doing. But nobody's been rude. Everybody's treated me so kindly. Only a couple people made fun of my accent. Highlight gigs, stuff like that. You mean?
Man, or just highlight gigs. Obviously, we'll talk about our escapade with the Sabbath.
Yes.
But, yeah. How Pembrokeshire Beach? Like, you know, the things you've seen, the things you've...
Sure, it was beautiful. Yeah, Wales. And I admittedly, like, didn't know anything about Wales, really, other than it was this little sort of country that's kind of part of...
Yeah.
I still don't understand all your... what's Great Britain and what's the United Kingdom and all that, but Wales is beautiful. England's been beautiful. The Peak District was great, seeing that big stone dam. Getting accosted by those fighter jets in the valley while I was just trying to peacefully look at the ducks in the lake, you know. Like that was a shock. Let's see, where else did we go? Oh, getting proper British fish and chips for the first time, and then the second, and then the third time. Shit, man. The architecture, is just like we've talked about this whole trip. Everything is it's older here than what I'm used to. You know, I like seeing the stone buildings, the countryside, the stone walls. Wincing every once in a while as I'm sitting in the passenger seat where I'm used to sitting in the driver's seat, and going, "Oh shit, Mike! No, okay, he's doing that right." You know, because it's just so backwards what I'm used to. Feeling like an idiot trying to count change in the line at the convenience store. Not to where I'm just handing it to the clerk like, "Here, could you figure this out for me?" The gigs have been incredible. The venues, all the people working, the bar staff everywhere have pretty much been great. Sheffield was a riot. Met a professional basketball player from Wisconsin.
Yeah, fucking huge guy.
Bennett Cook, if you're listening, cheers to you. Good luck to the Sheffield Sharks. You got a fan in the States. Shit, I don't know. I could probably go on and on.
That's what we're here for, but like it's been good because obviously we had like 9 shows over, I think it was 10 days. It's basically been like one Saturday to the end of Sunday. So
yeah, I had to do that computing. It was 9 shows over 9 days because we had one day off, but 2 shows in the first day. So
and technically it was 10 shows because we did that impromptu one in Vicky Park.
That was don't let me forget about that.
Yeah. So let's expand into that because that was something that was thrown together. We had the Sheffield gig the Tuesday night. And we threw that together because someone had been messaging you.
Yeah. I got a message, randomly. I guess it was on Instagram, from somebody who said who made this really nice, heartfelt message about how much my music meant to him, and especially he said A Place to Call Our Own just got him through some tough times. And to hear anything like that from anyone is incredible and an overwhelming feeling. But then to find out that he was, he couldn't make the show. He wanted to go to the show here at the Swinging Arm in Birkenhead, and he couldn't make it because he works overnights. And I thought, well, shit, we can make this work, you know? And so we did. So yeah, messaged him back and went up and met up with him in the park and got him his record and his T-shirt and some stickers, and sang him a few songs in the park, and he was just over the moon. And honestly, I was too. Yeah. It's an unreal feeling.
I could see how much the message meant to you when you got that. But then like that whole day, like even the drive to Sheffield, I could tell that you were just like kind of mulling it over because it just meant so much. And like I could see in his face as you were playing while we were there how much it fucking meant to like the both of you.
In some ways, I it's hard for me to like believe that somebody could feel that way about me or my music, but at the same time, I know what that would mean to me if it was a certain whoever artist, songwriter that I admired, and so I could get used to that, but at the same time not. It's humbling, but uplifting at the same time. Yeah, Tony, Anthony, if you hear this, which he probably will, right? Because he says he listens to your podcast.
That was the mind blowing thing.
And for you too, he's a fan of what you're doing.
Yeah,
so
that was like the mind blowing thing for me was to see like Rogue have like a small part in connecting you two.
Absolutely.
And to have him be a fan of the podcast and stuff was just, for me, that was mind blowing, and to see like the whole thing kind of take shape was wild.
Yeah, I am still floored by that, and you're right. It was kind of an emotional thing for everybody involved. I never could have expected that,
No.
anticipated something like that. And then, so yeah, cheers, Tony. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you for listening.
I hope to see you again. I will see you again.
I'm going to be seeing him again because I need to drop in a poster to him.
Right. And then Jesse Daniels show. So, but yeah, and then aside from Tony too, I mean, there's been other people who have shown up to shows who obviously heard about my music through you and Rogue Country, but there was also some that had been listening to it independently of that, which was kind of extra wild to me, because who the hell am I, you know? So, I don't know, man. The world's not that big, I guess.
No, that's the weirdest thing about like how the internet works. No, it's like I made the joke on stage a couple of times where it's like, you know, we were brought up to, you know, not talk to strangers, and then, you know, here we are fucking booking a full tour and, you know, hanging out with strangers, you know, we'd never met outside of online, you know, staying at our house, working with strangers we've never met before to book gigs, to like open the shows and stuff. And, you know, it's brought us a lot, for all the bad the internet has, you know, it's not the internet, it's the people using it, but, you know, there's a lot of good that can come from it as well. Like, this whole thing has just been incredible.
Yep.
And it's all down to the internet.
It never would have happened without it.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of becoming, this is an extension of, I guess, just how I've chose to conduct myself with my music and making it a career. Just go for it.
Yeah.
You know, all the things that, I guess I'm kind of probably going off track a bit, but I never would have ended up here if I hadn't convinced myself that I should start going in public and singing. And then it goes from, well, I like to go in public and sing as long as people listen, and well, shit, if I'm going to do this more, I got to book gigs. So then you learn how to become a booker, and then you learn how to become a promoter, and then you just take chances on things, and then you have to start selling yourself. And then, you know, I sold myself to you, or the other way around. I'm not sure how this, it's so hard to think, but yeah, the internet facilitated all of this. Absolutely. It's not all just arguing with strangers, and yeah, sometimes you meet strangers who become friends. So
yeah, but you know, let's, you know, ignore the tour for a sec. Let's go back to that point you just made about like when you first started like playing guitar. I can't remember what we talked about the first time you were on this podcast, but with, you know, choosing to perform live and become a musician, when did that thought process kind of happen? Like, did you have like, were you writing songs like, you know, in your room at home and stuff before you started playing live, or what was the kind of switch?
Well, I started a long time ago, and it wasn't even with a 6-string guitar, you know, it was with a bass, and just a love of music. That's all. I grew up with music in the house constantly. First thing in the morning to at night, Mom was playing records, so it was in my head constantly. And then, like I was saying the other day, like I was in high school, I was infinitely proud of my CD collection.
Yeah.
You know, as far as in my mind, I had the best one in town, you know, in school. And I don't know, for some reason I just felt the urge to attempt to play some of those songs. I ended up being on the bass guitar. Found out I learned pretty quickly. I had a good ear for music, and over time it was a huge part of my life. I couldn't see myself not playing music.
Yeah.
And then once I always sang. I always sang in choir in high school, and ended up realizing that I really enjoyed country music. So I had a classic country cover band for a long time. Did the bars and the fairs and stuff. And yeah, I was writing my own songs, sort of on the side. And when that band fizzled out, yeah, it just made sense to start doing my own stuff. Trying to think of how that actually happened. Honestly, completely candid, I do remember I had never played like a solo show. I had been the singer in this band forever, and this TMI I know, but I had a vasectomy after our second kid was born, and I had to go. I couldn't work in my job for like a week or a few days or something, and I was like, we needed that money. It was unpaid, you know, and so I just put something out there saying, hey, on Facebook, I guess. I need some money, so if anybody has a gig for me, I'll give this solo thing a try. That's the only way I knew how to make.
No way.
Yeah, it's the only way I knew how to like attempt to make money on short notice, and so it worked out. And I was spoiled, just like we were spoiled with our first gig here. I came home with like, I don't even know, like $600 or something.
No way.
And I was like, what am I? Why am I driving a truck? Why am I, you know? Of course, it's not always like that. It was just but that really put the spark in me. And yeah, and then once that band fizzled out, I started doing it more and more and more, and it just snowballed from there. It just become natural now.
Yeah.
And my family's normal. Yeah. And yeah, and I can make a living at it, and it's all I want to do. So it makes sense to keep doing it. Keep trying to get better at it. Keep making contacts.
Yeah.
You know?
Because that's the thing I think we've talked about as well, is like, you know, being a musician's well and good, but, you know, you're one of the few people that I see, you know, making shit happen for themselves as well. Because, you know, a lot of musicians, they want to be on shows, but they won't book shows. And that's one thing that obviously, like, we both do, like, that part of the thing.
Yeah.
So with kind of the booking and promotional side of thing, obviously, like, I helped put this one together, but with your experience in booking...
You didn't just help, you did the whole damn thing. This is the only one I didn't have to lift a finger on, but continue, sorry.
But with the booking and promoting side of things, you know, when it is yourself, when you're looking at booking a tour or looking at booking a run of dates or finding, you know, a new area to venture into, what are the steps that you kind of think or go through to make those happen?
Well, I'm sure you're familiar with, it's a lot of cold calling. It's a lot of sending emails into the void, never to be responded to. I just try to not be a dick, you know. I try to present because it's weird, because essentially I'm selling myself, right? I'm a salesman, which I'm not really fond of, but you have to just try a tactful way to present yourself. I'll do a little scouting online, you know, get on Google and see what areas I want to go to and look around, see what there are for venues or clubs or bars, and see what I think might be a good fit, and start messaging from there. And that's basically it, really. And then you build relationships. So the goal is to have a tour just like we just did, you know, to where they want you back and you want to come back. So that's all I'm trying to do. But yeah, new areas, sometimes I can get a little spoiled and sort of keep going back to the same sort of areas, or linking up with other ones, and I get a little comfy and I go, oh shit, I gotta go to this area I haven't been to yet. And then you gotta kind of, because it can still be a little bit, I still get a little nervous trying to get a hold of new people, because I'm asking them to let me invade their space and pay me. So yeah, I just face forward and just keep going, man. You're gonna get turned down, you're gonna get rejections. I stopped letting that shit bother me a long time ago, because why wouldn't you get rejected? You're not for everybody. So I don't know, I guess I'm just stubborn enough to know that I don't want to do anything else, so I just keep doing it.
No, I think that's important. I think it is important to, like, you know, music is, you know, 100% subjective. So to think that you would be for everyone would be beyond the regular egotism of a musician, because we already are a bit egotistical by nature. But like, it is, like, you know, dealing with that rejection in like a productive manner and not being like offended that someone won't want to work with you. I'm
not, you know, God's gift, as they say. So I don't understand people who pretend they are, you know, or who get shuffed, as you say, when somebody won't respond or won't give them, you know, what they want. It just is what it is. There's millions of people. Move on to the next one.
And obviously with the shows in the States that you're used to, you know, you're talking about you doing like 3-hour sets, things like that, compared to, you know, we were doing an hour max, but, you know, we did like a 30-minute set. In Wallasey, we were doing like 30-minute 45 sets for some others. So to go from like 3-hour sets to, you know, less than an hour on most nights, was there a process behind like picking out the songs that you did? Because obviously you want to showcase your original material primarily.
Yeah.
But was there a choosing process to by venue? How did you balance out?
I kind of, as you notice, I don't really write a set list. I feel the room out. I knew what I kind of knew. Starting out the first day, I kind of decided that okay, I do want to present at least these first couple songs.
Yeah.
Because I basically started everything with 1987 and Morning Doves, aside from the Willie Nelson thing because it was like his birthday week. But because I've learned to lean into telling the story, right? Like my story, and so I'll start out with those, and if they don't work, I can kind of go from there and maybe do some more upbeat stuff or whatever. But people generally, if they're attentive, music lovers, generally appreciate you starting out just as real and as honest as you can, as I can be, and just going from there. And then you can have some fun with them, once you've brought them way down and just are real honest and raw about everything. Then they're along with you for the ride generally,
Yeah, because that has been, obviously the rooms have been really attentive, but even like the rowdier ones like Bracken and London, you always like 1987 is like really early on in the set, and when that one kicks in, people shut the fuck up. Like,
that was probably the only night where I considered maybe not doing it, just because no dissing at all, them at all. It was a great bar, but it was noisier. It was a pub, but the people up front listening to us were listening, and so I just made it. I didn't start with that. I don't remember what my set was like in London.
You started with Willie Nelson, then I think.
Did I go right? No, I didn't. I don't remember what I did. To be honest, now I thought I.
If anyone's got any videos or photos of that night, send them our way.
But yes, please. Yeah, I'd love to see that. But yeah, I know I did ultimately end up doing it. Because you can tell there are people that are listening, even above the din, above the noise, it's going to cut through. Yeah.
Yeah. And then with this, like we were talking about it the night or the night before, with half the shit you're thinking about, like that had like a response. I don't know if you were like anticipating or expecting, but you saw it ending with that, and like that was because of the UK crowds that you're playing towards.
Absolutely, yeah. I usually will play that song even back home, unless there's a family place with a bunch of kids around, I guess. But yeah, it made sense on this run to start ending with it. I think it leaves people on a high, a bit, and you blow off that steam towards the end and just go out with a bang, because it's quick, it's simple, it's a simple song, but it's quick, it's to the point, I think it's got a fun message. People like to cuss a lot, so in a venue, if you can get everybody chanting together, and they always did, and it's fun for me to step off the mic too, and look at people in the face. I feel like they get a kick out of that, knowing that we're all doing it together. Yeah.
And are you gonna take that kind of set structure, or that like closing to back to the States to do some sets and things?
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that the last couple of days. Like, obviously, I'm still gonna have to do the bar gigs where it's the 3 hours, because you're made to be sort of entertainment, right, for a lot of these places. Because they pay better, and so if I'm gonna do this for a living, like I do some sets like we did on this tour back home, depending on the night. I like doing shows with other folks too, because you can do that, and the camaraderie. Get to watch somebody else play shorter set. You don't ruin your voice. But yeah, I always lean into my own songs anyways. So yeah, I've been taking notes this whole time, mental notes. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But I'm always learning and expanding upon what's come before. So
yeah, awesome. And with talking about sharing bills and with other artists and stuff, I was really, really happy with the fucking Rogue response. We had, like, obviously we played with Christover, Banjo Jen, Young Devils, Brandon Ridley came to a show, Jody Davis from Fargo came to a show, and it's been really nice. Obviously we played with Josh Bettis, there was a bunch, Matt Woods you ran into as well. So, like,
that's a highlight.
Yeah, the artists that we've been around this week have been really incredible and really inspiring as well. And it's been boss for me because obviously we've got like a little UK pocket here, so to share you with them and vice versa, and you know, just kind of knit those worlds together has been really fucking cool. Agreed.
It's been really nice to go from just seeing it online, like all the work you're doing and what you've been up to, but to come here and see it in action, in person. Really incredible. I'm still blown away that you had this sort of faith in me at all, you know. You know, to I don't know, think as highly of me or my music or whatever, or both, as you do, enough to want to do this for me. Thanks, man. And asking for, you know, nearly nothing in return. I shouldn't be surprised, you know, because there are a lot of good people out there.
Yeah, man.
And I tend to do the same thing, similar for a lot of people in the States too. So, but it still is mind blowing, and I still can't believe it that you're like showing me off to all these people around your country. So,
no, man. Of course, man, because like, again, it's the same thing as the internet, where it's like, you know, you can see someone putting the work in, you can see someone like really fucking talented like yourself playing these heartfelt songs, playing these really clever songs that, you know, do deserve a bigger platform. And the whole point of like Rogue and stuff existing is, you know, to share that type of music. And we've been really fortunate. Like this week, for me, it almost felt a bit like a victory lap for like the last few years we've been doing, because obviously we kind of picked it up a notch just as COVID hit. So we didn't get to do live shows. We did one live show in 2019 in December, and people came to that just because we advertised it as a night of country music, so it was just country fans and a few cokeheads from Liverpool. But you know, primarily it was that, and then, you know, the online presence really ramped up for a few years during the pandemic, and that was kind of like, I think, when we really started talking. Yeah. So I connected with a lot of other musicians, and then last year, you know, we started playing shows just independently, me and Josh, and people would like know who Rogue Country was, like live and things. Like I remember, again to name drop, I was doing a gig with Nick Shoulders, and I mentioned Rogue Country, and a few people in the crowd like cheered. And I was like, fuck. So it was like, that was interesting, but this seems to have been like, not necessarily the pinnacle, because I know we're going to be doing some incredible stuff.
Oh yeah, you got much bigger acts coming over.
Not even in terms of like bigger artists, but I just know because you can, like, from this you can see the momentum keep building. So this has been like the pinnacle so far, and like what that momentum has meant. Like people came in fucking Rogue Country t-shirts and things. It's been wild to do that, and it's been complete vindication of, you know, we've not felt at home in the UK, and now we've made our home, and we can have, you know, our guests in our home to, you know, share the kind of audiences and love of this type of music. And it's just been mind-blowing for me to watch. The response to you has been like incredible. Obviously, like, I help book the tour and stuff, but at the end of the day, I've just wanted it to be successful for you, and it's, you know, I think it has, which is just fucking means the world to me.
Same. Yeah, I don't know what else I could add to that. But yeah, aside from my, you know, the response to my music and myself, which has been incredible, it's been really fun getting, like you mentioned, getting to watch people walk up to you and mention Rogue, and they've listened to the podcast and they follow your page, because, you know, that's what you want. That's why you're doing it. You want to spread the love around, spread the music, and so it's been nice to watch you be genuinely kind of taken aback by some of the compliments and comments you've received. So
this podcast can't just turn into us filleting each other. So I'll move on, but I messaged Josh to see if he had any questions for you.
Josh, huh? Okay.
He asked, what's a hypotenuse?
A hypotenuse? Isn't that some sort of geometry thing?
I think so. I don't even think he knows. He spelled it right, which I'm shocked by.
He Googled that shit. you go look up what it means. Hypotenuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some sort of an angle or something,
And
isn't
he
it?
said, "I'm gonna be pissed if you don't ask now." That's done.
Well, he asked.
And then he also asked if you could pick one highlight from your first UK tour. And I'm quoting this word for word. If you could pick one highlight from your first tour, why is it be meeting Josh Bettis?
Why wouldn't it be? That is the absolute highlight. That's the pinnacle of the pinnacle.
It is.
No, Josh is lovely too, and he's another one. That like you said, you and I have talked for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Video chat and on the phone and Messenger and whatnot. And Josh and I have as well.
Yeah. And you recorded.
I recorded one of his songs. I mean, his head fucking blew up over that thing, No, but yeah, it's hard to keep that guy's ego in check.
It is.
No, Josh, you're a lovely guy. You got a great family. Beautiful countryside you got there. Yeah. It was awesome. It was awesome to meet you. It's just surreal, this whole world of internet. There wasn't a time really when you knew somebody before you knew them.
Yeah.
Mm. And so, stepping out of the airport and seeing you, it's like, I think I said, like, oh shit, you're real, like, yeah. It's just, it's mind blowing. Yeah. So Josh was the highlight. A hypotenuse, some math thing that I am not familiar with. I don't know why you want to know that. He wanted to throw me off my game here, I'm sure. Yeah. Anything else?
No, but a hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle.
Okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. What I want to know is what's the Welsh word for hypotenuse?
It'll be a long word.
Yeah.
Well, that's again the thing. Like seeing you and Josh like meet, and then playing the old house in front of him must have been nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But then he played it in London and got the words wrong, which got into your head about if you did the words right.
Well, I was going to see. I didn't know if he was doing it to like fuck with me, or just that's something he does at shows sometimes to like alternate words or what. But then, yeah, he came up to me after his set. Oh, I'm sorry, I played the old house. I know you were probably going, why? He's just so sweet and kind. What are you sorry? You wrote the song. It's your song. It's your, yeah, it was, yeah, to play it in front of him, in Brecon was another, just a once only experience, but he made me feel very comfortable about it, and I think I did okay.
Yeah, man, you nailed it, and you got the words more right than he did.
Yeah. I forget words to my shit. What gig was it? I forgot the words to Good with a Gun somewhere. I recovered, but that's never happened to me. I think it was in Sheffield. Yeah. It happens.
It does. Yeah, Sheffield was an interesting one. Like the guitar cut out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but you made that work for you, and that's the kind of shit that no one tells you is gonna happen.
Yeah.
When you start,
Yeah. Thank God we're acoustic.
Yeah. You just start stomping on the floor and hit the strings a little louder, a little harder.
Yeah. No, man, it's been wild. We got to see some of the UK. It's gonna have a full English breakfast. We got to break into the Black Sabbath. The Watermill.
Watermill, yeah. What was it called?
The Maple
Durham.
Yeah. Watermill.
Just outside of Reading. Yeah, super cool. If anybody's listening who doesn't know, just if you know, look up Black Sabbath's first album. It's a self-titled album, and on the cover, it's kind of a woman, kind of gothic looking, in front of this old stone building. That's a watermill, and Mike looked up where it was.
Yeah.
And
luckily, it was on the way in between Pembrokeshire, where Josh lives, and London. It was like on the way. Like we didn't really have to take a detour. It was awesome.
Yep, and we found it, and some posh cunt put up a gate. As Mike said, that was another thing too. Just the very liberal use of the word cunt around here is something that my ears are not accustomed to, but it's a very effective word. But yeah, some some people put up a security gate with a code and an intercom and stuff, and rather than try to deal with that and get rejected, we just
took matters into
our own hands, hopped a wall, got the photo shoot, got the hell out, didn't hurt anybody.
Just got shouted at a little guy from in the distance.
He needed something to do.
But if you want to visit, it's a Maple Durham watermill. There's a big gate with like iron railings and iron spikes in front of it, but there is a church next to it with a 3-foot tall wall, which is a lot easier to hop over. So if anyone would like to visit, that's the way to go. Do you know what though? I fucking 100% believe if we rang the doorbell, they would have let us in. That's the bit that's making me laugh.
I know. Without leaving that place, we were talking about that guy running at us from the distance. That you'd probably just want to say, "Hey, do you want to sign the guest book?" You know, and we just, basically just told him to fuck off. Oh, we didn't, but
we didn't speak to the guy. We hopped away too much.
But yeah, and you can do it. I'll be 40 in a couple months, and I haven't tried to jump much of anything in a long time, and I made it. You can do it. So, if you're interested in heavy metal and Black Sabbath history, it's worth a look.
Yeah, it was cool to get to share that with you. Go to see some heavy metal history. It's
absolutely agree.
It's been a highlight of the trip, even though they were only there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. I know we went into that hoping that we were gonna get like let's look up the album cover and make sure we're standing in just the right position so we can but we didn't get a chance to do that. But we got the photo.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
Yeah, no, that was something I'll always cherish. That was. Yeah, just posting it on my Facebook and seeing all my friends be like, "No way," it's worth it. Yeah. Yeah, the big what was it called? The big church in Liverpool. That was
the Anglican Cathedral.
Yeah. Cool architecture. The walk around the cemetery was neat, real old stones. There's just been so much stuff. I'll think of more when we're off.
Yeah, it's hard with like a trip like this as well because there's going to be a lot to fucking process and it's not going to hit for a while. It'll be small things that you think about, even just like that you saw passing out of a window and things. It's going to be a lot to
sure. Go. Well, and half the time I'm sitting there, kind of thinking about the gig, and thinking about the show and thinking about my family back home,
Yeah.
So it is a lot to process. So it'll take some time. I think when I'm recovering from my jet lag, when I get home, I'll probably just be laying in bed, remembering a lot of this.
And obviously you're flying back tomorrow. You've got 18 hours in Munich, which is super fun.
Yeah.
And when you get back, what's the plan for the States? You got some shows lined up and things?
Yeah. Yep. Just business as usual, really. Booking enough shows to pay the bills and feed the family, and mostly solo stuff. I try to intersperse some full band gigs too, a couple every month. Summer's good for the outdoor stuff. We got a couple festivals. Just follow along if you want to see where I'm at. Yeah, it'll be all states for the foreseeable future. Just business as usual
until we can get you back to the UK.
I want to come back.
A lot of the venue owners and the bar staff and the promoters were really, they would have had their calendars open and booking you in.
I know.
There and then.
It's wild. The kind words, the compliments I've received, I still have a hard time taking compliments, but it feels so good, it's assuring, that I guess I'm doing that I'm doing okay at this. I would absolutely love to come back, and I will.
Yeah,
I will.
Totally.
Someday. Yep. Yeah, Maggie's coming next time though.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like when I first toured Europe, I was on my own, and it's like it's not just like it's amazing to like see stuff, but I always feel like you're probably the same. It's like it's so much better to share it with someone. When you're traveling around on your own, you're like, oh, this is awesome, but I can't point and go like, look at that thing. So when I toured Europe the second time, I made sure Steve came with me.
Sure.
Because obviously it's like we've been touring together, but you want to be sharing with someone back home who you can talk about those memories.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember us jumping the fucking wall?
Yeah.
It's those
I'll be bothering you with that for years to come. But yeah, I mean it's got all the both worlds. Like I cherish my alone time, you know. So I do pretty good on my own. I don't mind traveling alone. But at the end of the day, you know, it gets a bit lonely and you know, wrestle with the guilt of being gone and stuff. But you know, all kinds of people travel for work.
Yeah.
You know. So it is what it is. It works for us. And yeah, I'll do it with the family again someday. Well, when I get back, you asked, in a couple of weeks, I got a couple of shows in, like, I got one in Kansas City and one somewhere in Iowa. And I decided to take my oldest daughter, take her out of school for a few days. She's going to come with me.
Oh, awesome.
Because and have a day off in between. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, I got a road trip with my other daughter coming up too. Family vacation or holiday this summer. I think we're going to drive to Oregon, see the ocean. Yeah, that's what I got going on coming up.
Yeah. No, awesome, man. Yeah, Oregon's on
it's the West Coast. Yeah, it's between Washington and California.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. I always get confused because it's like, I always think like Washington and Oregon are like one, but it's two separate states. Like, yeah, I always get confused because I'm not American.
Well, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't expect you to know at all. I didn't know anything about England, and for such a small place, you know, there's diverse cultures and different accents in such a relatively small country. It's amazing, you know. Travel, people, go see places.
100%.
No matter what. No matter what, just do it.
Yeah, and you know, going on from A Place to Call Your Own came out last year.
Yeah, well, yeah. It was November of 21, a year and a half ago.
Cool, and you kickstarted that record with kind of doing that. Will you look at doing that for the next record, or what? Do you have a plan percolating for the next record?
Not a fully cohesive plan. We've talked about there are some new songs I have completed that I've been singing on this run. There are other, you know, remnants of songs. There's stuff written down in notebooks I have. But no, just with family stuff and with life, it's just not. It's a big undertaking and a lot of time and expense, you know.
Yeah.
Even with Kickstarter, you know, to make an album. So I'm just not there yet. You know, putting Maggie through college and all that stuff. So I just got to keep working. Yeah. But it'll happen. You'll be the first to know. Yeah. I'll keep writing songs and I'll send them to you. Send them to you and Josh. Yeah. No, I wish I had more info about that, but I don't.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. While you're still working on it, I was reading a thing because obviously Willie turned 90 on Saturday, so there's been loads of kind of posts about him and his like legacy and things.
Yeah.
And I saw one thing about how he owed the taxman like 1.67 million or whatever. It might have been 16.7 million. I can't remember where the point was, but that's why he went into the studio with just Trigger and like recorded an album because it was like he couldn't afford to pay the band members. Yeah. Because even at like his level, people are, you know, it's not cheap to put a record out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I don't know how it works on that level at all, but yep, you're right. Straight on from the top down. It's expensive. Yeah. That's why we're putting Maggie through college here so she can get a good job and get my sugar mama. But yeah, someday. Yeah. Someday.
Cool, man. No, I think this has been a rather successful tour. Especially like, obviously you've done tours before. I've done maybe 4 or 5, including the UK and stuff, but this has definitely been the best in terms of from booking to, you know, playing and stuff.
Yeah, and you've sort of expressed that throughout this last, you know, week, and it's kind of unreal for me to hear too, you know. It feels good to have been a part of that, you know, as someone who you're in your native land here, and to have this be, like you said, a pinnacle is pretty incredible. Yeah. So I'm happy for you too. Yeah. I mean, really. Cheers, Mike West, everybody. Rogue Country.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Yeah, man.
Josh, you agreed to play with us as well.
Yeah.
Came along for the weekend, which was amazing to have the 3 of us around doing it. It's just been a nice Nice, fun, shared experience.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, and I don't want people thinking it's just a pleasure trip. I'll get the odd sideways comment from some Karen or something back going, "Oh, so you're out traveling, huh? What's the family think of that?" It's like, fuck off.
Yeah. Like you just said, people have to travel for like loads of types of work.
It's just a different kind of work.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy music? If you do, I'm guessing you do.
Yeah.
Then shut up.
Yeah.
Because people got to do this and get the music out there.
Yeah. Because like music is a job. I just think a lot of people are jealous that you get to enjoy your job at the same time. Because not many people get to.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess I'm not.
From the outside, people will just see you playing guitar and
yeah, I'm just fucking around.
Like, that's not like labor intensive or anything. Like it fucking hurts. I've lost half a fingernail off this week. But
it's not just showing. If it was just, I'm not just showing up, doing a couple hours and going. It's all week long.
Yeah.
I'm on the email and calendar and sorting shit out. I'm my own driver.
Yeah.
Booker.
All the admin.
Everything.
All the driving. Sleeping in a lay-by. That fucking guy who was playing the radio at like 7 a.m. Like that van that was parked next to us.
That's right.
Motherfucker.
That was so loud. Yeah, we slept for a couple hours somewhere in Wales.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning? Was that yesterday morning? Yeah.
Fuck, it was yesterday morning. Oh no. We left London at 11:15 Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Got to Josh's for 5 o'clock in the morning, and then
couldn't find
any hotels, no rooms.
Hey, Travelodge.
Yeah, Travelodge.
In Pembroke Dock.
Yeah.
You people.
Answer your fucking door.
Answer the door.
Yeah.
We did what we were told. And nobody came to the door.
Yeah. So then we, drove another few hours. I saw the fucking sunrise on the valleys, which was nice.
Yeah.
But, it would have been nicer to have slept.
In a bed, yeah.
And then 2 hours kip and then drive the rest of the way from Wales to home.
Get some caffeine and go.
Yeah. But, that's the fucking part of the work that no one sees. Everyone's just seeing you play on stage for a bit, but,
And we bring it on ourselves, but
it's self-inflicted to a part, but...
But, we're doing it honestly. It's not dirty money, And even if it is, mind your business, So no, I feel absolutely proud of doing this and making a career out of it. I know my family's proud of me. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Really. So, yeah, you'll have haters. Anytime you put yourself out there, 100%. Any kind of art, any kind of anything, you present something to the general public, you're going to have to deal with some backlash from some percentage of the population. So, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But, so next time, we have to do Scotland.
Yep.
Europe has to be on the cards.
That'd be dope.
Do a bigger one.
Yeah, I definitely want to get Europe at some point.
Yeah.
Ireland would be cool. I'm curious to see the Isle of Man.
Yeah. Same, I've never been over there.
It's right there, man.
I have family over there. I don't know why I haven't been, but I don't know.
You just get on the ferry, right?
I think there's a ferry or a little plane. You can go over. I don't know, I always thought I might try and book a gig over there or something and see. Because it's a captive audience, just see a fucking ton of boats try and escape as I land.
When you're singing about a moth from West Virginia, yeah. And getting to... I'm tired, man. I'm tired. But, getting to watch your set every night, too, has been great. Because, you learn... You're always learning. I feel like every bill that I share, it's fun to get to experience that with another person who more or less gets it and is doing what I'm doing. But for 9 days in a row, to watch how you saw somebody else interacts with the crowd and adjusts the set, and stuff like that. Really rewarding. No, yours. I'm like, oh, he's a bit tired tonight. Oh no, he's fucking on his game tonight. This, it's, what I mean.
Yeah.
It's all part of it. Yeah, I won't soon forget any of this at all. You know, I'll be riding high for a while, man. It's not just a thing to put on the resume, you know. It's an experience. It's something I'll always cherish. Can't believe it's over.
I know. Well, at least you taking a memento home tomorrow. We're stopping off at Von Long from the Young Devils tattoo shop tomorrow.
That's right.
To,
yeah.
Take a permanent souvenir.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. Right? Yeah.
Yep.
What do you? I keep messing up what you call him. Von
Long.
Von Long. Yeah. They were great guys. And Adam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Young Devils. Yeah, they were fun. Yeah, and dude owns a tattoo shop. Said if I have time, I'll come in for a quick little freebie. So I'll throw a record his way, and I'm gonna get a spoiler. I'm gonna get a tattoo of a little drawing that my youngest daughter did, and so she'll be over the moon about that.
That's gonna be so cool.
So I'm excited. Yeah.
Sound well. Let's wrap this up and
sounds
the
good.
Rest of our evening, but 3 words to sum up this UK tour.
Oh no, I hate that. I'm not good at that stuff. 3 words to sum up the UK tour. I wish I was more clever. My brain is fried, man. I'm thinking of all kinds of silly things, man. I know dead air isn't good for radio, but you can edit this, right?
I'll shorten it down.
I mean, I kind of want to just go cliche with wonderful and I'm blessed and riotous. But really, 3 words: tiring, exhausting, and incredible. Yeah.
Just like life.
Just like life. It's just another part of life. It really is. Life's an adventure. Go out and do what makes you happy, you know? That's what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're trying to do. Keep listening to Rogue Podcast, listeners. Mike's got a lovely wife and a baby on the way. And, support the shows he puts on. He's got to put money in his pocket. And,
yeah,
well, you know what I mean.
Put money in your pocket is the aim.
Well, my pocket, I know, but we need that outlet. You need that outlet too, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a hobby for you. And a passion. So, I'm just rambling now.
Just freestyling.
Have me stay on point, man. I'm ready to watch a movie and then go to bed.
That sounds like the best thing to do. Well, thank you so much for coming to the UK. It's been an absolute fucking trip. It's been
man.
a pleasure to get to share this with you.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Thanks for driving. Thanks for setting it up. If it ever is feasible at all for you to come to the States, obviously I've said it many times the last couple of weeks, the invite is there.
Yep. Well, let's end this podcast, and I'll pick 3 words to end the podcast on. Fuck Josh Bettis.
Fuck Josh Bettis. Don't let your kids hear this.
Sorry, Josh.
Oh, we should have mentioned that, huh?
Yeah, when Luke got here, you were playing the old house, and I filmed a bit of it, and it just turned into a bit of a roast of Josh.
Yeah.
And his children saw it, and we felt real bad.
Why are they being mean to you, Dad? Why are they saying that stuff?
Because we're honest.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. Thanks, man.
And thank you so much for listening to episode 67 of the Rogue Country podcast. That is now in the bag. It's done. It's over. You can go back and listen to it if you'd really like to. We have so many incredible guests that have been on that they are all worth a re-listen. We still have some of Luke Hendrickson's merch in the Bandcamp, so if you would like to buy One Night at the Crystal Lounge and not have to pay outrageous postage fees, we can get you covered on that. We also have Rogue Country mugs and Rogue Country shirts, so if you want to support Rogue Country, that is the place to do it. Until next time, though, keep supporting the things you love, keep doing the things you love. Peace.